Hey guys, Kaiju Girl here. Just wanting to update you on my adventures in the Kaiju Realm. Currently at Collector's Connection, which is my local gaming shop, we have a revolving door of 20 players. I can never seem to get everybody up there in one shot because everybody's working or, they've got college. But we're doing alright. We've lost two of our major players for reasons I have no idea, unless it has something to do with the new magic set Theros, which I'm tempted to play it just because the fact I love Greek mythology, and the fact that they have a magic set that's kind of sort of based on Greek myths is just kind of like ooh, but no, I've got to stay away from magic. I haven't played it since the Onslaught block. Well, no, I take that back. Mirrodin. I quit it very first Mirrodin. But anyway, like I said, our duel days are doing okay. We have Kaiju combat on Thursday, which we generally have 4 or 5 players, and then Saturday, which is our duel day, we have 4 or 5 players, but different players. And then in the works is maybe a Sunday Kaiju combat. It's kind of up in the air right now, so we might be opening up for a third. That way we can have the people that can't make Thursday or Saturday, we can have Sunday open up. But anyway, that's a bit of a spoiler. I probably should not mention that right now, as it's not final. But anyway, as for our Shattered Alliance set premiere, we had to postpone it a week because pretty much most of our players were out of town. 5 of us actually went to a Nashville Comic Expo, and it was pretty fun. No Kaiju there though. They didn't have much gaming, since it looked to be like a new convention that just started. I don't really know much about it. I just found out that Nashville had one, so we were like, we're gonna go. And but we had 5 players, and we did pretty. I mean, it was fun. I enjoyed playing, which I always enjoy playing Kaiju. As for Shattered, the week of the Shattered coming out, we went to the convention. We had Ray and I had bought a case of Kaiju, and we actually pulled pretty good. I mean, I'm very happy with what we pulled. We've only had to actually purchase 1 card, and I was very happy. So I'm gonna go ahead and go. I didn't get the chance to video record the openings because I got my new camera, but I forgot to get an SD card, and I didn't want to wait till we got home because we wouldn't have gotten home till Sunday, and that was just too long. We grew impatient. So anyway, I'm gonna go over what all we pulled. Super rares, I pulled 2 Eternal Havens, and I'm very happy about that. One of them, we pulled 1 in the first box, and the second one was in a box with a Kalima. So we pulled 2 Havens and also 2 Kalimas, which I would show you, but they're in my husband's deck right now. So anyway, I pulled 1 King Alberon, and he was a box topper, the very last box topper. I only pulled 1 of him, and that was it. He was just happened to be a box topper. I'm glad that he was a box topper, because it would have aggravated me having to purchase him. I'm not particularly fond of him, so I would have hated to have had to buy him. Let's see. As I said, Kalima, we pulled 2. One of them was with Haven. The other one was in a separate box from the other Eternal Haven 2. Let's see. Vesuvius, I pulled 5 of them. I've only got 4 here because we traded to Mike 1. And let's see, I only pulled 1 Wildstrider Ramnoth, 2 Twilight Archons. Taking me a minute to get used to the camera, because on my phone it does the reverse picture. So, and then Dragon Knight Valoron, we pulled 2, I think. I might have a third one somewhere, I'm not sure, but I think we just pulled 2. Baraka, we pulled 2. And then Boron, he's the only one we did not pull. We actually had to buy him and bought him at the Game Cave in Nashville, which is a pretty nice store. I hated that we didn't get a chance to play there Friday night. Friday the 13th was just horrible. It was just horrible, and we didn't get into town until like 11:30. And I just hate that we missed out on playing there. And then we also pulled 2 Cordia. The Cordias are not, I don't have them because they are in Ray's deck. Let's see, now as for very rares, we actually pulled 4 Ravu. One of them we gave to Mike, and the other one's in my set binder. I just didn't feel like pulling it out. We pulled 4 Finbar Dreadnoughts. As I said, set binders where the 4th one is. Pulled 5 Doom Blast Gyaradorables, which I'm very glad, because I'm gonna be dabbling in darkness here in a little bit, and Ray was able to get him some, and I got me some, and I got 1 for the set, so I'm good. Sky Crusher's Volcano Ship, we pulled 4. As I said, Daryl pulled 4. The 4th one's in my set. Dawn Giant. It's an okay card. I don't know, but I'm glad we only pulled 2. Oops. And Serpents, which Ray really loves this card. We pulled 5 of him, and I think he's pretty foil. Not as pretty as Jack Viper, hint, Watsy, hint, but I'm really happy with that, as is Ray. We pulled 4 Blitzer Mech Falcora, and 4 Krazix, or Krazix, I don't know. Pulled 3 Kivu, and 3 Obsidian Death, which there's only 1 because the other 2 are in a deck of Rays. This is the one from my set. But anyway, and as for the regular rares, let's see. I should have just got 1 of each instead of grabbing the whole thing, but oh well. Let's see, we pulled 8 Blinder Beetle Primes, which is quite a lot, but it gives me a chance to make more than 1 deck. We pulled 7 Mark Havens. Pulled 7 Nomulus, which that poor Crystal Paladin. I'm very disappointed with this card. The art on that, oh, I just hate it that they put that on this card. This is no Crystal Paladin, it is all I gotta say. We pulled 8 Cyber Scamps, which Ray was very happy about because he was really looking forward to that card because he likes the Cyber Lords. 7 Curse-Eye Black Feathers. 8 Marks of Kalima. 7 Blaze Trail Gilliflames, which this one I haven't play tested it, so I don't know. I just don't know. The fact that it's an evolution, I don't know. As I said, I haven't play tested it and shouldn't really make a snap judgment. Onslaught Trooper. I pulled 8 of these, and I am very happy with this card because this is probably a card that I am going to really enjoy playing because its ability is reminiscent from an ability from a card game called Versus, which is probably my second favorite card game. The deck I played in Versus was I played Thunderbolts. They were my favorite team. They're my favorite group in the Marvel comic universe. And Songbird, who at the time I think was the leader of the Thunderbolts, she had an ability similar to this, where I could tap to attack, and in Versus, when an attack is declared, nothing can stop it. No wording on the card. The attack. When both players have passed and the attack is declared, nothing happens. So when she attacks, she can untap, but she cannot attack again. Which that can be a bit hinky to some people who don't really understand, but the fact that the attack does not stop, so technically, even though she is untapped, she is still attacking. And you can take, and there was another card that I really liked, it's called Team Tactics, where you exhaust or tap another character, no, not another, but a character, add their attack to target character, and they get that to end the turn. Well, Melissa Gold Songbird was a 17 attack, so I could tap her with the Team Tactics. She would attack for 34. I love that deck. That was not the main. That was kind of one of the main combos, but I just really loved it. It was fun to play. Heck, I took out an 8-drop. I think it was an 8-drop. Took out an 8-drop with a 0-drop. My deck, that was just so fun. But anyway, back to Kaijudo. But yeah, this card is very reminiscent of that, and I'm hoping that maybe there'll be cards later down the line where it's similar to Team Tactics, because that kind of combo would be just really, really nasty. And I've got kind of a small hope. But anyway, we pulled 8 of those. And then here's another card that I just find really cool, is Ninja Pumpkin. We pulled 7 of these, and I really like the picture. Just the idea of a Ninja Pumpkin. It's just awesome. Striding Hearthwood. We pulled 8, which I'm sensing a theme in this case. It's either 7 or 8. Calamity Bell. I swear we pulled so many. We pulled only 8, and then we got one out of the deck, the Solar Eclipse Precon, and then the pack in the Precon, I think, had Calamity Bell in it, and then the packs for our sealed I think I pulled a Calamity Bell, and I think Ray pulled a Calamity Bell. So we've got a bunch of Calamity Bells. I'll probably use it. I don't know. I hadn't really looked at it very in-depthly. Zaltera the Mercenary. Ooh, wrong way. We pulled 8. And let's see, we've got Exos the Avenger. We pulled 8 again. Sunstrike. We pulled 6. Marblurpa. We pulled 8. Scalding Surge. Looks like we only pulled 5, which Ray was looking at this card very, very happily, so he was glad we got a play set for him. Crystallize, we pulled 8. Octuska, I guess. Octuska. We pulled 9, is what I wrote down when I opened the case. I've only got 4 right here. Don't know. I might have just pulled 5 and not 9 and just miswrote it. Foul Mana. We pulled 6. And then Skok the Stinger. We pulled 7. That's pretty much all the rares and super rares. I'm not gonna go over commons because there's just too many. And I hadn't really play tested any of the cards. I just hadn't had time. I've been so busy with work. Now that I'm working 4 a.m. to 12:30 in the afternoon, and usually when I get off work I am just beat, because getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning is rough. I do hate that I haven't been able to play test the cards yet. I've been really wanting to tweak my decks, but I hadn't had time. However, this weekend I do have time for KMC. There's 2 that we will be going to. The first one will be this weekend in Evansville, Indiana at Comic Quest. I'm really looking forward to it. I just realized I hadn't even made a video about the summer KMCs I went to. But I just really love the KMC atmosphere. It's the community is just, I don't know, it's not as, I mean, it's not as tense as the only word I can think of. It's like, it's so, I mean, there is tension as, you know, we're all playing to try and make it to the championship, but it's just not as, I don't know, it just seems a little more relaxed and friendlier, I guess. And I really like that. Anyway, as for the KMC this weekend, so far it's just me and Ray going. We had several of our other players' events come up that, like, work, and they couldn't make it. So I'm hoping maybe there'll be a few last minute changes and they'll be able to go, but I'm not gonna hold my breath. We're supposed to leave Friday night, as I got the day off of work, but Ray didn't. So I pretty much, I get a day of maybe play testing a deck if I decide which deck I'm gonna play. But I'm really one of the things I'm really looking forward to is meeting the people I chat with on Facebook and Twitter about Kaiju. That to me is probably the best part of going and traveling. I honestly don't care about winning. I just really enjoy meeting the people, and it's always, I hate that I missed out on this with Duel Masters, but given the circumstances back then, the internet wasn't as wide. I mean, it was obviously out there, but you know, I never really back then thought to check the internet for other Duel Master players, you know. And pretty much expected, updates from Collector's Connection about, big tournaments and stuff. Honestly, I didn't even know that there was a 5 Civilization tournaments until like when Kaiju come out and people were posting pictures about their old stuff they found in boxes and stuff, and I'm like, wow. But then again, Duel Masters didn't last very long in my store, so it's probably for the best anyway. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get off here. I still gotta, heck, it's honestly about my bedtime. Yay, 3 o'clock in the morning. But I will, remember to get an SD card for my camera Friday. And I will probably maybe video log, our trip, which is only 3.5 hours. So that's not really, it's not really gonna take long. But, anyway, I will hopefully post more now that I have a better camera. My camera is like, the camera I got is a Christmas present from my in-laws, and it is pretty spiffy camera. It's an HD camera. It also does live streaming, so if I ever get around to getting a better computer, I can actually live stream and, like stuff from collectors or something. I've also got, currently I'm using my mom's little netbook thing, and it has a webcam, as you can see here, which is a lot better than my phone camera. I'm hoping to maybe eventually get Skype and be able to Skype duel. But that's pretty much that's gonna be a few months off. As my laptop pretty much died on me. And my husband's laptop, it's in its death throes. They're both 6 and 8 years old. And it'll be a couple of months before I'll decide on getting a new one. Because I'm probably gonna get a desktop, not a laptop, because obviously they're not lasting as long. Because my desktop, the one I got before, I got Ray's laptop. It was 12 years old, and it was still doing fine. It just went kaput. But as I said, and I will, I'll probably be I don't know if I'm gonna post on Twitter how I'm doing during the tournament, because during the High Ridge, Missouri KMC, I didn't tweet anything about my standings, and I actually made it to 5th, 6th place. So I'm kind of like, I better not jinx it. So I probably won't be tweeting my standings until probably the tournament's over. Cause I kind of tweeted at the top 8 cut, and then I got booted out the first round. So yeah, I think I'm not gonna tweet anything. And this is Kaiju Girl signing off, and I will catch you guys later.